Coloradans are used to controversy, but how could they not be? This is a state willing to put up with just about anything on the ballot.
And for the especially complicated issues, we rely on voter information guides, blue books. And now even that's proving controversial. Here's Denver 7's Megan Lopez.
Before you head to the polls this November, before you cast your vote or even receive this year's very long ballot, you'll get a voter information guide in the mail. It's also known as the Blue Book, and in it is a treasure trove of information about what you'll be voting on. It breaks down the issues, presents the main arguments for and against it, and provides an analysis of the potential cost.
It really gives the voter the ability to understand what they're voting on.
By Colorado Constitution, that book has to be given to voters 30 days before the election. So to make that deadline, copies need to start being printed by tomorrow. But this year, a Blue Book battle.
It is clearly unconstitutional what they put into the Blue Book.
Opponents of an effort to repeal the Gallagher Amendment have filed an emergency restraining order to try to block the Blue Book. At the core is a war over wording.
They made wholesale changes that basically turned the Blue Book language on Amendment B into campaign propaganda for the yes vote.
But the process to come up with that language is lengthy.
The language itself is proposed by both proponents and opponents of the piece of legislation.
A nonpartisan Office of Legislative Counsel makes recommendations. Both sides review and offer changes, and then an executive committee finalizes the wording. In this case, there were 3 drafts before a final meeting on September 3rd, where lawmakers made even more changes. For Amendment B opponents, who are mainly comprised of former lawmakers,
it's the clear intent of this language to trick the average voter into believing that their vote will freeze taxes.
So now they're taking on today's legislators with a lawsuit, hoping the courts will agree and change the wording back before you, the voter, get to see it. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.